After some time to adapt, the Quail gang is moving to the Budgie Aviary. Or is it? The Quails really seem to like the new space. They immediately started feeling at home. I was working in my garden, getting everything ready for winter, when I noticed something unexpected during my short break. The Budgies were bullying the Quails. Now I'm wondering what to do next. Meanwhile, my little baby Budgie is still doing great. I'm feeding him every 2 hours and he even screams for more food. Welcome to my garden vlog. It's day 2 since I started hand feeding this little budgie chick. I think he's a male, though he's not really used to me yet. I don't hear those happy chirps calling for me. And he doesn't seem too excited when I'm feeding him. But that just takes time. He's a good boy so far, just a little messy. Honestly, probably the messiest baby bird I've ever fed. But he's doing well, and I don't see any signs that I should be worried. The morning dew glittered on the grass today, a little reminder that colder mornings are on the way. I'm still not closing the birds in overnight. I think it's better for their health to get used to the change, to prepare naturally for the winter ahead. Some bird owners never heat their aviaries at all, but for my budgies, that's a must. I don't want them just to survive the winter, I want them to be comfortable. My morning routine in the aviary is still the same, but I've noticed something new. The females without nests are much calmer now. That's an amazing sign. The only exception is Chucho's nest. She never lays eggs, but she still likes to act as if she does. And that's fine. It's just her way. I feed the little chick every 2 hours, sometimes even sooner. Most of the time it's on the 2-hour mark because I have so much to do. It's not easy to balance private life when you've got a baby chick depending on you. I often find myself running from one side of the city just to rush back and feed him and then heading out again. It's a lot of work, but that's the responsibility that comes with raising him. And speaking of responsibility, it's time for the little gang of quails to finally leave my room and move out into the wild. Well, not exactly the wild, but the aviary. A much better place for them to explore, scratch around and just be quails. But of course, the black cat is already waiting outside. She's always there. Don't worry. There's no way she can harm anyone anymore. I've double-checked everything. Still, every time I see her, I can't help but wonder, am I missing something? She always gives me chills. And right away, another gang of budgies arrived to inspect the new visitors. You know how budgies are, always extremely curious. I really wonder how they'll react to the quails. Honestly, it's not that I wanted them in the budgie aviary, but the budgie's aviary has heating. They seem so gentle and fluffy that it feels safer here. Still, I'm not sure if one day they'll move to the Finch aviary, because that would actually be a perfect fit for them. And right away they acted like they'd been here forever, completely at home. But I noticed something already. Lady Nimbus is checking them out, and honestly, she looks way too suspicious. But these quails, are they already doing a mating ritual? Or is this just territorial behavior? Fluffing up their wings and marching at each other? Already? That's insane. Did I mention these are two pairs? And honestly, I have no idea which ones are male or female. But in time, I'll notice. Usually males try to show off, puffing up and strutting around. Females are more calm and camouflaged, but right now I can't tell. It feels like they all want to prove something on their first day here. Still, I have to say, it's kind of funny. They look so tiny, almost like toys, but act like they own the whole aviary. I really like this setup, having cages inside the aviary. They'll be empty, but it gives some extra structure. And maybe it's already time to let Pickles out of his cage. There are no babies and no nests to invade, except Shelly's. I really hope she stays calm. I can't stand seeing her locked up. As I suspected, something's not right. Nimbus and the male budgies are chasing the quails. And that's definitely not okay. Is it just curiosity, or do they see the quails as their toys? I didn't expect this behavior, and thankfully, it's only coming from two budgies so far. The quails are doing their thing, picking at the soil, sticking close together. They seem a little stressed, maybe because of the new environment or because they're hungry. I'll need to keep a close eye on them today. I added a little handle for opening the aviary. A small detail, but it's really helpful, especially when opening the second door. And it's already time to feed the chick again. 2 hours go by so quickly. He's still not very eager to eat, and I don't like this phase. The first 2 days are always the hardest. Just like with the last hand-fed flock, it can be a little stressful. But I know that by tomorrow he'll probably be going crazy for food. But I'm happy so far. He's eating some I offer. That's enough for now, until he gets fully used to me or gets really hungry on his own. As I went back to check on the quails, I noticed they're getting bullied by the budgies. There's just no way they can stay with the budgies for now. I grabbed a big mesh net, the same one I used to clean the pool from leaves. And quickly caught all 4 quails. They're so tiny. And here's the quail's new home, with the finches. That means a whole new set of work I need to get done before winter. I'll also need to take care of the finches, but it's not too bad. The main challenge will be making sure there's enough heated space for everyone. The finches are super curious about their new neighbors. Or maybe I should say roommates. I really hope there won't be any problems between them. I think this is the last time I'll be cutting grass for the year. The last time I did it was back in May, thanks to the heat wave. As you may remember, I planted some lavender in front of the aviary, and it's already grown nicely. The plants are healthy, with vibrant green stems and tiny buds starting to appear. By next year it will be even more beautiful, full of flowers and fragrance, creating a lovely natural decoration in front of the aviary. Lavender is also great for the birds. It can keep insects away naturally and adds a calming scent to the aviary area. I'm excited to see how it fills out and blooms next season. Plus, it makes the garden smell amazing every time I walk by. This little patch of lavender will become a peaceful corner for both me and my birds, and I can already imagine the bees and butterflies visiting it, adding even more life and color to the garden. Right on time, I'm covering the front side of the Finch aviary. The nights are getting much colder, and this way it's much more comfortable inside than outside. But this is only a part of the solution. I still need to make better housing for the quails and finches, and that will be my next stage in preparation for the winter. I finally started cutting the grass in my garden. I didn't even realize how big it got. This is just one small step in preparing for colder days. I know myself, once the temperature drops below 10 degrees Celsius, I won't even want to work in the garden. While I was cutting, I kept thinking about how to make the aviary warmer, what materials to use, how to set it up, and when to do it. The biggest challenge is the power source. I trust only electric heaters, because I know I need a constant temperature of at least 10 degrees inside the closed aviary. I tested this temperature in my budgie aviary before, and it was perfect. Even my friend, who is a professional breeder of exhibition budgies, told me that in a closed aviary budgies can handle temperatures down to 0. The little guy is already calling me. It's only the third day, but he trusts me completely. He already knows I'm the one who will feed him and take care of him. Feeding is much easier now, and he even learned to finish all the food with minimum mess. The only thing I need to be careful about is giving him just the right amount. He doesn't really know when to stop. He screams and always wants more. That's why I check his chest and crop to make sure it's full, but not too much. And of course the food must always be warm, around 40 degrees Celsius. I test it by hand every time. Not too cold, not too hot. It was a very productive and refreshing day. I managed to bond successfully with the baby budgie, and I also learned that the little quails are much safer and happier living with the finches. Now, the baby budgie is on his night pause from feeding, about 8 hours, so it's finally time for me to get some sleep. I need to secure this from the wind. My wake-up routine is not coffee. For me, it's a responsibility. The first thing I do when I open my eyes is feed the baby budgie. He depends on me completely. Then I head to the aviaries to feed the budgies, change their water, and make sure everything is clean and fresh. After that, I repeat the same for the finches and the quails. It's a routine full of care, and even though it takes time, it feels good knowing they all start their day happy and safe. And I have to say, I'm in love with those tiny fluff balls. Every chirp, every little hop, it just makes me smile. They may be small, but they bring so much life and warmth into my day. Is it just me, or are finches even more colorful and fluffy than I expected? All of them came from tiny cages in the pet store, and now they finally have the space to stretch their wings. Just imagine, after being stuck in small cages, suddenly flying every day in a huge aviary. You can see the difference already. They're happier, stronger, and full of life. Look at this little guy, all tucked in and sleepy. I even managed to do some video editing with just one hand because I didn't want to put him down. He's just like a cat curling up on you and purring, but even better. Watching him sleep like this is such a pleasant sight. Who could possibly disturb this moment? And look at him. His feathers are already growing so fast. It's amazing to watch him change and grow right in front of your eyes. Every little movement, every tiny fluff shows how healthy and strong he's becoming. Thank you, members, for your amazing support. It means so much to share these moments with you. See you in the next video.